Blessfm radio, playing good tune.
Right, greetings everyone. Sorry for that late start. School run, getting everything sorted out. You are now tuned in to Blessfm, blessradio.org. I am your host, Lady PEARLZ. Excuse me, I'm just in a bit of a tiz right now. Let me get myself sorted out. You know, welcome to the show once again. This is the PEARLZ of Wisdom show, and you're with me up until the hours of 6 o'clock. The number to call in or WhatsApp is 079 444 31366. The number again is 0794444 31366. Thank you for tuning once again to blessradio.org. We've got another different show today, and I'm pleased to have my guest with me, Mrs. ANITA Witter. She's the CEO of Dual Isle Rum Punch, and I just want to say that about this amazing woman. I have to tell you about her. First and foremost, let me just give you a little intro, and she will introduce herself. This lady I have known nigh on about 18, 19 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about 18, 19 years. And I must say that she has been one of the strongest pillars in my life. She's been a sister, a mother, an auntie, she's been everything to me. She's been everything to me. And, you know, I have to say that if it wasn't for her, in, you know, the parts of my life that she's been in my life, I don't know where I would be. And I'm telling the whole world that I love her dearly.
Love you too. Love you too.
I love her dearly. And it's a pleasure to have her on the show with me today. But before we go into it, before she comes on and she starts telling you about her, you know, her superb rum punch, because it is superb. Yeah, I'm going to, you know, give out a few little shout outs, because I can't, you know, forget these people, so I have to shout them out.
Right.
And the first persons that I'm shouting out are Twin Tings CEO, and they are twin sisters who own a brilliant restaurant called Breckalicious down at Seven Sisters, and it's 643 Seven Sisters Road. You know, I should have actually put the postcode on here, but I didn't put it on this one. Please forgive me. But it's opposite Wicks. Anybody who lives down Seven Sisters is opposite Wicks. Yes, forgive me for not putting the postcode there. And they're having a relaunch on the 16th of June from 1 p.m. till late. So, you know, come on down, because I'll be down there as well. Come and join us down there. The food is absolutely amazing. They cook with minerals, natural herbs and minerals, and their food is cooked from scratch. They do not use microwaves or any processed, you know, produces or anything like that. They cook from fresh, and you guaranteed to get you know, a good meal. You will want to go back time and time again, and it's very healing for your body, because like I said, they use minerals in their ingredients and natural things, you know, in there. I want to shout out to Chappers Twin Elements Promo. You can check him out on Facebook, one of my mentors. And you know, any promotions that you need, any kind of, you know, things that you need to promote, he's the man to check. Also, I would like to shout out the manager of Blessed, the engineer, and all of the Blessed crew. Right, before we get into it, like I said, let me just play this tune here. And this tune that I'm playing it for a particular reason, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. I'm going to start it. Hang on a second. Right, what's going on here? Excuse me, guys.
Pull out of all war and strife. Oneness. Unity.
Tell them like it is.
Honor you, your child. You get that?
I have have to rewind that tune. When Leon heard the tune, Mike, he just loved the tune. The reason why I'm playing this tune here, yeah, is because my brother, and I'm calling him my brother, he introduced me to the sound system. His name is Ever Rankin, and he used to play for in Jamarcus. He used to play in Jamarcus, and he came into my life when I was about 12, 13 years old, and he's always been a brother to me, and I love him to the bone. I love him to the bone. Anybody who's heard the programs, the Pearls of Wisdom programs in the past, 3-4 weeks, you would have heard we was talking about death, and that my son had died, and he was a pillar of strength for me. He actually cried with me. He actually, held me up, and for that I totally love him, and I respect him to the max. And so when I heard this tune the other day, it reminded me of him so much, and I said, no, I have got to play this tune for him. So Ever Rankin, I love you to the bone. This tune is for you. I play it back from the beginning.
Pull out of all war and strife. Oneness. Unity. Take it.
Tell them like it is.
Honor you, we are Chad. You get that?
Tell them like it is.
Cry tears. Why? Remove the blindfold, primitive things, and we have done it already, and we won't do it again. Just to hurt your own brother and your life was spent in the wheels of evil. Put an end to the trend. What is done cannot be undone. Amen, amen. Blood and road, mother dying, starving children. But Buddha say we ain't all start when we in. Some a ball, some a Allah. Famine a kill them because a tribal war. Soon you see the pity them. Go round the pressure, they can't reach them. What's the solution for the matter? All war of the end.
Tell them like it is.
Remember that. Much more than says so. Hear that?
Tell them like it is.
Why can't we say peace and no bother with the war? Too much to the road, we can't take it none at all. Politicians are showing dominion, setting up for my example. People look up and influencing the youth with money and them weapon. Was so greedy and blind to the situation. On election there comes politics fiction, and my arrival all I see is tribal. Say same blood, same color, live like a cannibal. Our voice of the earth, found the dance of the most.
And the next version that I'm going to play is by Dillinger, War is Over. And this one here that I'm going to play, this one here is going out to Israel Emmanuel. He's my next brother. Love him to the bone also.
Rasta a long time in a city, you know, dread. Master, not true to the war, me have a master, one like a whole and thing. But anyway, no peace treaty, so me have to come out and get like a fresh air. The music and sounds called the war is over. So whether you name Christian or Clover or Casanova, you got to come over and do the bossa nova. Yeah. Tribal war. What am I going with Rasta? We know what no more I die. Them some that foolishness trade. Man.
That's right, we don't want no tribal war. We're fed up with the war. So let me play this once more time, because you know what? We're fed up with the guns and the knife them are using. So let's go back from the beginning.
A long time in a city, you know, dread. Master, not true to the war, me have a master, one like a whole and thing. But anyway, no peace treaty, so me have to come out and get like a fresh air. The music and sounds called the war is over. So whether you name Christian or Clover or Casanova, you got to come over and do the bossa nova. Yeah. Tribal war. What am I going with Rasta? We know what no more I die. Them some that foolishness trade. Man to know themselves fire. Serious something. Tell you that a serious something. I know that we are different. Yeah. Son, don't take your guns to town because the war is over. say that son, don't take your guns to town because the war is over. Me say the simplest thing, say them run for them gun. Them look for them brethren and them shoot him down. But now the war is over. Not till you say the war is over. Son, don't take your guns to town because the war is
waiting with better calling. Now that the war is over.
Well, I see us thing. Yeah. Me say the IG them meet and them sign peace treat. Them sign the peace treat and them keep a big feast. I must see Jah do it. I must see Jah do it. I must see Jah do it. Yeah. I said I went out to East, we go keep a big feast. We sign peace treat and we keep a big feast. And we feel so sweet. Till you when we sign peace treat. One time gone, if you come from the east, you couldn't go to the west. Cause the man them from the west, I said them are the best. And said that some of them named Alexander Singer message. I would tell you that's my request. Say the war is over. When I tell you say the war is over. Till you say the war is over. You got to come over. The war is over. Come to the bossa nova. And if you deal with why you gotta stay far.
You know what? No more I die.
I know one, no nada.
Travel war.
And any man decide to break this peace street, him have to leave him seat complete. And make we kick out him to front teeth. Tell you that the war is over. When I tell you say the war is over, you got to come over, the war is over.
Yes, the war is over. The war is over. And this is what the youths need to understand on the streets. They're fighting each other and they don't even know what they're fighting for. Nonsense. Really and truly nonsense. But like I said, we're going to go into the show right now. And like I said, Anita is here. And she's going to be talking about her dual aisle rum punch. So go on, my dear, let's start from the beginning.
Where do I start? First of all, I want to thank you, my friend, for giving me this opportunity to come on your show and really promote dual aisle rum punch. I think the best number one rum punch in UK.
That's right. Yes.
Don't matter what come after that. But dual aisle rum punch is the original rum punch. Started in 2004. It's been a long journey, awesome journey. But I believe it's a God-given product. Something that after being in employment for so many years and hitting into my 40s, and I'm getting this vibes. What are you here for? You need to be in control of your own future. And decided to check out and said to myself, okay, God, what it's all about. And I kept getting this strong urge. Yeah. What is in your hand? What are you good at?
Explain that, because we can say that, and somebody will say, but what do you mean, what is in your hand? Because those who are Christians, or not even so much Christians, let's leave that out of it, those who will read their Bible and may come across that verse or that scripture that says, because we were going back to like with Moses and when God was using Moses with that, and he had the rod in his hand. Is that right. Where you're going back? That's isn't right. It?
Well, for me, it wasn't that scripture that came to me. It was the woman with the jar of oil.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yes, the woman who reach a point in her life where she's looking to probably sell her son, if you remember.
Yeah.
The prophet came by and the prophet said, what is in your house?
Yeah.
And she said, all I have is just a jar of oil.
Oil, that's right, yes.
You know, and he said, well, okay, go and borrow some more empty jars. And she borrowed from her neighbors.
Yes.
And she brought the empty jars. And he blessed that one jar of oil. And that one jar of oil, you know, filled jars upon
That's
jars
right,
upon jars. And you know, the word of God says that, and when there was no more jar, the oil ceased.
Yeah.
That for me tells you that you need to always have an open mind. You know, always have something open, always have something empty
that's right,
that you can be filled. You know, so and then when all the jars were filled, he then said, you know, he said, go and sell the oil and pay off your debts.
That's right. So let me stick it in there, because again, let me go back and explain. Back in those days, because in the ancient times, when, you know, we just said that she was going to sell her son. So if you know, it's where's the scripture? Is it in Kings? It's not in. It's in Kings, is it?
It's in Kings.
It's in Kings, isn't it? Yeah. In those times, when they said sell their sons or their children, they will if they had debt or if they were poor, to get money, they will sell their children into servitude.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, you know, they will sell them into servitude, maybe it be 7 years or a certain amount of years. That's right. And you know, and then after that child worked off that time, that debt was paid off, or etc. You know, so you know, this woman, she had nothing. She'd had nothing, and the only way she felt that she could get money was to sell her child. Exactly. You know, but what we're not making the point of the selling of the child. What we're making the point of is that, you know, you may think that you have nothing and you have to do something drastic in order to make that money. But, you know, you have gifts, whether it be cooking, whether it be sewing, whether it be, you know, singing, whether it be writing poetry, whatever that gift is what is supposed to make room. That is what is in your hand, not literally inside the palm of your hand, but to hand for you to use to make your money. So this is what we're talking about.
Absolutely. And again, you know, there is in the scripture that says your gift makes room for you, and at some point it will bring you before you know, great kings.
That's
and so I remember you know, launching the product, and wasn't an easy road. It really wasn't an easy road. I remember the battle of the mind. I remember, because I was working for a huge drinks company at the time, and you know, I took my time to kind of plan everything. I felt straight up that it wasn't something that I wanted to start as a little dibby something. I wanted to start it properly. So I did all the legislative, got in touch with, you know, with Haringey, the food authority, you know, did all the testing in the lab, you know, registered the business, and all of that, because one of the things as well, and all of this I did before I even kind of shared it openly.
So again, because I want to get these certain points out, so that everybody understands. Because you know, again, to start a business and for it to be productive and prosperous and have longevity, you have to do the preparation work first, isn't it? All the important preparation work. You can't just start it willy-nilly and expect it to be you know, successful.
Especially the fact that it's something that you intend to serve the public with. You've got to have that integrity, that whatever you're serving the public is going to be good. But let me just go back a little bit, actually. In the process of doing all of this as well, I remember the Lord began to talk to me about legacy. And, you know, there are two kinds of legacy. There is the spiritual legacy, which a lot of our parents put into us by sending us to Sunday school and all of that. And that legacy, to be honest, is what kind of grew with us. On Sunday, I had to share my testimony. And I can never share any testimony without emphasizing the fact that I had a stepmother who would send me to Sunday school.
Yeah.
And I believe that is what gave me the foundation of the woman I am now.
No, that's right. Yes,
Right.
of course.
But the other legacy as well is that one of the things that, the Lord was talking to me about is the fact that, especially as Caribbean people, we tend to, the parents just leave a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the frustration, or I would say the stress of the death, send the family against each other.
Okay.
And then we begin to fight over the house.
That's right.
Or in most cases, to be honest, the kids don't want the house. They've gone out, they've got their own houses and stuff and thing. But there is a thing about dead left.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're just speaking about what we've been speaking about,
it's dead left. So people fight over it, and it causes animosity between brothers and sisters that were good with each other.
Exactly.
But what the Lord was talking to me about is that you look at KFC, that's a legacy.
Yeah.
Okay, and I need to just drop a point in there as well, where KFC didn't start his business until late down in his years.
Right.
So when this business was coming to me and about the legacy, leaving something that your children can carry on, there was also the thing about where the Lord was talking to me about where you need to be integral in your business.
That's right.
You need to have the right mindset. Your heart needs to be clean. And all the things. And so, when I say to someone that, I use this kind of rum, it means that I will never stray from that.
That's right, exactly.
Because I remember people saying to me, oh, this product tastes so good now, and I bet you when you grow bigger, you're going to deviate from the recipe.
But a lot of companies do that, don't they? Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I am not going to do that because I need to remain authentic to the brand.
That's right.
And to what I put in as ingredients. But I want to go back also that, the Lord spoke to me about unforgiveness, and stuff, and wealth.
Yeah.
Right. So it was about this is not about you, Anita, getting rich and sitting large. It's really about you, where I'm giving you a platform, one, to declare who is the author of wealth.
Yeah.
But wealth in the fact that is not about, it's not just about financial wealth. Wealth is where your soul is right.
That's right.
Whereas that means that even if you have no money, you are wealthy.
That's right.
You understand? Money is an attribute of wealth, but it's a wholeness. It's a wholeness.
Yeah.
So so I thought, well, okay, and we went away, a couple of friends and I, we went away and we locked ourselves away in a retreat, and we went to God. Okay. Because also remember, I'm a Christian.
That's right. Yeah.
So when God is saying to me, "What's in your hand?" and I'm thinking, well, yeah, what do I make good? I've been making rum punch for over 20 odd years, and people is saying, boy, Anita, this rum punch is nice, this rum punch is wicked. And you kind of said to yourself, so why did I end up in a drinks company? This is how you realize that God orchestrates your life.
He orchestrates your pub. Right, so let me just say this now, because there are many people out there who say, well, when I ask God for things, I don't hear. I don't hear from him. And one thing I've learned is that we may ask for certain things that are not good for us.
True.
And we won't get what is good for us, because he's our creator, he's our maker, he knows what we need, he knows, you understand what I'm saying? We won't get that, what's not good for us. And then, we ask for certain things and we're looking for it to come in a certain kind of way. Yeah. How we want it to come.
That's right.
You understand? When we want it to come, who it's supposed to come from. You understand what I'm saying? Etc. and etc. And if it doesn't come that way, that means God never answered he weren't speaking.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I've always said, if you needed him, let him do what he's supposed to do.
Absolutely.
Take yourself out the equation.
Absolutely.
You know, so you can, like I said, he all, because he is our creator and our maker, and he knows our being. He knows, you understand what, he's mapped out our life from beginning, from end, and then going back to beginning, going all the way through. And we're just journeying through our path. You understand what I'm saying? He sets things in motion, he sets things in place.
Absolutely. And this is why even and we try to conform, because even when he said, well, you make rum punch very well, that's in your hand, that's a natural gift. And I'm going, rum, God, you're sure? Come on, rum. And you know, and the Lord said to me, well, to drink is not a sin. Yeah. To be drunk is a sin.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything in moderation.
That's right.
You can overeat and it's a sin.
And it's a sin.
You understand?
That's right.
You can, you know.
Chat too much and it's
absolutely.
a sin, or
you know,
whatever too much.
Whatever
sleep
done
too much
in overindulgence becomes a sin.
That's right, yeah.
You know, I am giving you a mechanism to make money, to put back into the kingdom. And while we were away, the Lord said, this is not for you to get rich and sit pretty and get rich. What I want you to do, I want you to sponsor children's wells. Yeah, okay. In the African nation, sponsor wells, and also to look at children's education, to sponsor children's education. The mechanism is there, but there has not been enough profit yet to kind of say, okay, let me start, you know, filtering into these areas. Yeah. But one of the things I want to also share with you as well too is that in the process, because it's like the Lord really, for about 3 months, he had to process me in various different ways. And one of the things he did was also, before I could start the business, I had to look at blessings and cursings. Okay. Generational.
Right, we're going to have a little break there right now. Then we're going to come back on the other side. This is Wailing Souls. And... Jaja give us life to live, and yes, he does. He gives us life to live, and as you will hear on the other side, how he gives us life to live abundantly.
Stop.
You are tuned into blessradio.org, and this is the Pearls of Wisdom show. You are tuned in to Anita talking about our rum punch journey right now. And yes, so we was talking about blessings and cursings.
That's right. So what I felt led to do is to look back on my family, and look what was good and grab it, and what was bad and denounce it. So I recognized that my family were entrepreneurs. My father had to take me home when I was 3 because I was very, very ill. I was born here, very, very ill. And at 3 years of age, the doctor gave him no choice. If he loved his daughter, you need to take her out of this country. And so he took me home, and he went to Jamaica back at the age of 46. And he took the concept of the pubs from the UK, and he established that in Jamaica. And I think that is where I believe I got my business acumen and the mindset from, because from I was young, he would have me working in these pubs, learning how to do stock take and stuff like that. My mother, she emigrated from here to Canada, and and she ran, properties, restaurants and stuff like that. So I recognize, and again, they started late in life, but there was one thing: they both made bad decisions in their retirement age and lost everything.
Oh God.
So it was something that I had to ensure and learn. And it has been a fight. It has been a fight, because you find while in the 3 months of learning to know myself and detoxing myself from church, as into to know that I can do this business.
But when you say detoxing yourself from church, go into that a little bit.
Well, as you know, the church that we grew up in, they would never accept you drinking alcohol or doing alcohol. Although, in all honesty, I don't drink alcohol. And I don't drink alcohol simply because I've never acquired the taste for alcohol. So even if I try to drink even the simplest thing like baby sham, I'd be gone. I'd be drunk.
I totally understand.
So I've never acquired the taste of alcohol. So even when I was doing the mixture, it was my daughter who is more, she's more out there. It was my husband at the time who did all the tastings and thought, this is really nice. And I, so I would do the mix without the rum. And I can taste from that, it's a good mixture. And the right amount of rum that goes in makes it a good product. So you find that, in the 3 months that I was setting up the business, learning about myself, getting the business plan, getting everybody in place. I contemplated suicide 3 times.
Really?
I did. Because it was really, it was mind. The enemy is telling you, you can't do a business. We're talking about you're a manufacturer. Only men manufacture. And then you're calling business places and they're saying they don't want to deal with little dibby like me. They're saying, well, if you're buying anything, you need to buy it in huge bulk. You can't afford to buy it in huge bulk. You just need few bottles, and stuff like that. And so you had that fight. And I remember when I said to the Lord, why is there such this strong urge to wipe me out? And it wasn't just that. Then you have you're finding out there are few difficulties going on in your marriage and all of these things going on.
So everything is
just coming up. And I remember the Lord saying that when you have sat on the poverty line for such a long time.
That's right. Yes.
It becomes like second nature.
That's right. You get
and
used
the way
to it, isn't
that
it?
and the way that he described it to me, it was like a glove.
Yes.
Tight fit glove that has sat comfortable on your hand, and you're ready to shed the skin. You understand? And as you're shedding the skin, it's like it want to take off your
the whole it
want to tear off your skin and expose you, and blood and all of that is coming. You know, and
it's a painful process, isn't it?
Painful process. And then if you have low self-esteem as well, if you've got confidence issues because you're struggling with rejection, and rejection doesn't come from just now. That's right. It's coming from birth.
That's right, exactly.
You understand and stuff. So you've got all this fight. So it's literally a battle of the mind. It is a positive versus negative. That's right. Yes. So you had to battle that. And but you know, thank God I overcame that. The other thing as well is that, and I need you guys to hear this. When you get a vision, understand that you don't blab your mouth straight away on this vision.
That's right.
You need to let God say who you can share it with, when you can share it with. Right. And how to share it.
And how to share it, that's right.
You understand?
You have them dream snatchers.
Absolutely. Dream killers. You know, and stuff like that. So I didn't really, and it's no different. It's amazing, isn't it? It's no different than when a woman finds herself pregnant. You notice she's not telling anyone until 12 weeks. That's right. Until the danger zone is passed.
That's right.
And it's amazing because for me as well, it was 3 months in planning.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 3 months in planning, because I remember, and it was really, it was like September time. My God, I just kept getting this thing where I could sense it. I could feel it.
Yes.
I could smell it.
Yes.
I could taste it. I could taste a shift coming. And that's when I really delved deep into saying, God, what is this? Because, you know, the Lord is saying, you know, what are you here for? You know, you need to be in control of your own future.
That's right.
And can I share what it was as well? What finally did it for me? When I went to the company, I wanted to be HR. And I was 16 years in the company. Finally got to HR, and I began to see the prejudices. I began to see when your card is marked. I saw people who would be given targets, unachievable targets, and then they would be sacked. And people's lives turned completely upside down. So I'm thinking, this is not where I want to be. This is not where I want to be. I want to be in charge of my own future.
That's right, of course, yes.
And that is what really started to kind of really talk to me and says, listen, I need to be in control.
So you had that eye opener to show you that, you know,
absolutely,
this is you've got this gift here. You've got, you know, you've got the rum punch. You've got all of these things. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to be in that position to be sacked by anybody or to even have a boss over you. If you've got this gift here that you can use to build your own business, I mean, you can be your own boss. Nobody has to be pushing you around.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Nothing in my life I would ever say to you that I would do again. I would not do again. Because I mean, one of the things that I've come to realize is that your life in God's eyes is a picture.
That's right.
And He sees the complete picture.
That's right.
But for you, you only get snippets.
Yeah, that's right. Which
you
is
understand?
Very frustrating.
It's snippets. So where I was working in my father's bars was a piece of the puzzle. Where I came to the UK and I'm working with this drinks company, it's a piece of the puzzle.
That's right.
And at some point, God will give you a snippet of that picture. Go, wow, God, can I really manage this? Can I really manage this?
That's right, yeah.
But you realize, so had I not gone to HR, I would have probably still sat there comfortable.
Yeah.
And no word to lie. There are times when I look and I see them giving redundancies, and I'm thinking, boy, if I was still there, you know, and stuff like that. But I realized that, you know, because in all honesty, when I decided to leave, I decided to take a sabbatical, a year sabbatical, and they were, you know, they were happy with that. But, you know, I can tell you, when I was getting all the frustrations of buying all my small ingredients and I'm not listening where, I went to my boss in this company. And it's like I was his protege. He was so proud of me.
Yeah.
He gave me everything that I needed.
Okay, so you
to
found
start the
favor
business.
within
I
that.
found favor with him, you know, and stuff. So had I not gone there, and then when I began to now touch the Haringey Food Authority and all of that, and they realized I came from a drinks company and all of that. They were confident. Oh, here's a woman who knows what she's doing. You understand and stuff. So everything was not by chance. It was things. So
when I'll stop you again, because one thing I have found, once you've found your purpose and you've got your gifts here and you know what the purpose of your gift is, when you start acting on your purpose, start living on purpose, doors start to open for you.
Doors start to open, but also there is an unbelievable peace.
Yeah, that's right.
That you're walking your path.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what comes your way. There is a peace.
That's right.
Walking beside the still waters,
That's right. Aye, that's right. Exactly.
Walking beside the still waters.
Yes, Psalms
you know,
23, guys.
yes. Though I walk through the valley,
that's right.
And shadows.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm telling you, there's shadows.
Loads of them.
Loads of them. You know, you
and
realize
the
that.
Death, because death, like you said, with the when you're thinking about
suicidal thought. Yeah.
You know,
but you realize that God is your comfort, and he's the one that steers you.
That rod and staff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you know, I went on and I created you know, the tropical flavor.
Yeah.
Because my dad used to do rum punch, so this is another thing too. My dad used to do a rum punch, but I came and I tweaked it to get it just right, and then I decided to start to go around to the pubs and see what they thought about it, and they said to me, are you gonna do other flavors? And I'm thinking, other flavors? What are these people talking about? There's no other flavor. We're just used to a tropical flavor. And immediately I began to see the traffic light, red, green, and gold. I began to see that. And so I decided, okay. And I remember one morning in about 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting up in my bed, and no word of a lie, I see the ingredients for pineapple ginger come down.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wow.
I just saw it come down. I got up in the morning. I said to my husband, I'm going to make the pineapple ginger. And I made the pineapple ginger. And I gave it to my husband, and he went, yuck. And I thought, oh, God, what have I done?
Yeah.
And then the Lord said, you need to remember, most people will only have the palate for the tropical.
Yes.
You understand?
That's
so
right,
you've got to go with adventurous people.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
So I went to an event where there were a lot of diverse people, black, white, all kind of, you know, and they take, and I go, wow, this is nice. So I decided, right, you know what, I want a big launch.
Yeah.
So I approached a Jamaica High Commissioner, and they said, yeah, you can do your launch here. So I was just doing the artwork, everything for that. And honestly, it's really funny because when I did the artwork, the green was color water for the artwork, because I was preparing for the launch.
Yeah.
The flavor for lemon lime didn't come. The ingredients didn't come.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was about a week before. It was a week before the launch.
Yeah.
That the lemon lime flavor came, and honestly, it's my best seller. The lemon lime.
The lemon lime.
The
Okay,
lemon lime.
really?
The lemon
Out of the tropical
out
and
of the chop. Yep.
Yeah?
It is because
Oh,
it's a
wow.
refreshing.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, it
and
is, isn't
what
it? Yes.
you find is that the lemon lime, so many people,
And that with the rum in there, of course,
absolutely.
definitely. Oh yes.
And so many
yes.
people, if they're catching the flu,
Yes,
and they
that's
grab
right. Yes.
it works. It
Yeah.
absolutely works.
Yeah.
Pineapple ginger, cooking
That's my favorite one.
cooking
though.
some chicken,
Yeah.
and decided you want a little zing. Pineapple ginger
Right,
rum punch
yeah.
in there. So after launching, the week I launched, I won Entrepreneur of the Year award, and 2 weeks after that, I was the Silver Award winner for British Female Innovator and Inventor.
Yes, that's right.
For creating creating those two new flavors. So we've come along. I've come a long way.
Yeah.
The truth is, I could be much further.
But why do you say you could be much further?
I could be much further, but to be honest with you, you know, if I had the help to kind of promote, because you know, promotion is not easy. In the world of social media now, it's a little bit better.
Yeah,
it's a little bit better. But you know, it's a one woman band. You know,
I hear that.
I have my daughter who helps out a lot, but she works. So I worked. I did this for 10 years.
Yes,
I slugged at it for 10 years. But then,
can we talk about when we was putting the labels on the bottles?
Oh, come on,
right? We have to go behind the scenes here now, right?
Come on.
Let me tell you about ANITA. Yeah, and I'm just gonna give big up to Layla, Twinting CEO. Sis, blessings to you, my darling. Blessings to you, Layla. This is a lady here, ANITA, someone that you can link up with, a lady, because she has a charity. She runs a charity in Ghana, and she runs an orphanage. So this is someone that you could link up together with, you know, at some point, together, you know. What she's doing is a great work over there, really great work. But let's get behind the scenes. Now, ANITA's hands was the hands. Her hand was the one that was banging down the tops onto the glass.
The crowns,
the crowns onto the glass bottles, and then we'd sit there and we'd have the
neck labels,
and then the body labels.
And then the body labels.
Yeah. Listen to me, my eye them turn cross here. Putting on these listen to me, but it was so nice. It was enjoyable to be you know, helping out and all the rest of it. Now I must admit there was lots of times I was tipsy, from tasting the rum, because I don't drink, so lots of times I was tipsy from tasting it. But it was so nice to see that, you know, the was it the production, you know, and you know, the process of it all,
absolutely, and the end product,
and the end product. It was really nice to see it.
From juicing up to the boxes to
that's
the
right.
shelves.
Exactly, that's right.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was really good. It was it's been brilliant to watch and see how ANITA's business has grown and how far and how wide it's
yes. It's UK. It's UK nationwide. I do have people at times who you know will take it abroad. You know, into Europe, and stuff, you know. But I truly believe my dream is to actually get this product in Jamaica, because a lot of people taste it and think it's coming directly from Jamaica.
Right, okay.
They cannot believe that it's actually produced. Right here in the UK, because it's so authentic to Jewel Isle, to Jamaica.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. Yes.
So it's that. So one of the other things, obviously, is to use it, events, to promote the brand. Hence why, you know, I'm here, isn't it? Also to, because I also do events, and one of my best pastimes is dominoes.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
You know, so I've done a lot of domino events where I always try to use the opportunity to promote Jewel Isle, because naturally what I did was I launched the product mainly to or black people first, isn't it? 'Cause
yeah,
you know they're
yeah.
going to tell you the truth.
That's right, of course.
They're going to tell you the
Yes.
truth. When we started off, it was a little bit too sweet, you know, not good for the diabetic, you know, and stuff. But, you know, they tell you the truth.
Yeah,
They
that's
tell you
right,
the truth.
yeah.
And stuff. So, you know, so it's mainly been in events, and but I've battled some sicknesses and stuff like that. So I kind of, but I've kind of said to myself, you know what, you've got to give it your best shot.
Yeah, that's
you've
right,
got
of course.
you've got something here. I mean, it's a product that I've served to the House of Commons. I've served it to, you know, to city, you know, city house where the mayor is. You know, I've gone to the House of Lords with it.
Yes.
You know,
yeah,
it's been places.
Yes.
You know, and I believe there are further places to go.
Oh God, yes,
you know,
definitely.
there are further
Definitely.
places to go. You know, but so we're planning now a jerk festival.
Yes, so this is where we're coming down to now.
Yeah,
fast forward,
absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, this is no I'm doing because you know I've done events before.
Yes.
You know, but I thought, well, I want to do something different this year, so we're doing the jam down jerk and fry fish
Yammins, yes,
Yammins, you know. So it's,
Yes.
it's getting people to come have a good time, but I really want it to also be a community event.
Yes.
You know, we're supporting the charity the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, and I'm also using the opportunity to celebrate the Windrush.
Yes,
the
that's
Windrush
right.
generation.
Yes, you're saying here, yes.
You know, not necessarily about for them to come and say, well, I didn't get my papers or anything.
Yes.
But to come and just we help them celebrate in the contributions.
That's right. Yes,
to
of
this
course.
country
Yeah,
that
that's
they've
right.
done. You know, we're
Yes.
celebrating 70
Yeah.
years of Windrush. And I intend to give medals out to the Windrush generation.
Yes.
And also as well, I've invited Orin from the ALCT, you know, that talks about the Mara donation,
Okay.
you know, and stuff. Anything, and I also want the event is held in
So it's
in the Waltham Forest.
Yes. Let's read out the details of here.
Yeah.
Because it's at Sir George Monarch's College.
That's right.
And it's 190 Chingford Road, Walthamstow, London, E17 5AA, and that's Sir George Monarch's College, 190 Chingford Road, Walthamstow, London, E17 5AA. Yeah, and shall I
It's
give
from
them the
12
number?
till
From
9.
till
Yeah.
And the telephone number, is for if they want to.
Yeah, if they want to get
stall.
stalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a stall, the telephone number is 07852 360227. Number again is 07852 360227.
Absolutely. And you know, the stalls that we're looking for, we're calling it's an explosion of Jamaican cuisine. So we're looking for people who can come, you know, roast some breadfruits, roast yam, everything that we can think of Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, the salt mackerel, you know, roast saltfish.
Yes.
You know, I really want that real, you know, back home style setting.
Course. Yes.
You know, there'll be a domino tent there, you know, who want to play Ludo, you know, and all that sort of thing. So it's really creating that great atmosphere.
That's right, yes.
You know, so that's what we intend on having. It's from 12 till 9.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, we're having some quadrille dancers.
Oh, lovely.
We're gonna have some Junkanoo. Remember Junkanoo back
yeah.
home? But there's no bed to run under, so you'll have to stand up and face your fears, because we used to fear Junkanoo so much. So we've got a great day lined up.
Lovely.
So yes.
And wear your colours. Wear your colours.
Absolutely, wear your colours.
Rep your colours.
Absolutely. Jam down.
Yes,
Jam down.
that's right.
Yeah, so that is what it's all about.
Yeah.
So.
It's been an amazing journey, hasn't it?
It has been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
It really has been an amazing journey. But you know what, I kind of believe, I'm kind of sensing that the best is yet to come.
Oh God, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
and also as well, I just want to say to anyone out there, if you're running an organization that is geared for the youth, and you want to come and share something, you want to come and speak to the youth and tell us what you're doing, for the youth, to engage the youth and to, and to stop all this knife crime and stuff. I'm quite happy to give you the microphone to talk about
that, that's right,
what you're doing to engage the youth. If there's anybody out there that are engaging with fathers, and stuff, come along, community.
Yeah,
I
that's
also
right.
want to say as well to that, I want to invite the Waltham Forest services, in the sense that, we see so many children need adoption and fostering. So I want them to come down as well, because a lot of us as black people thinking, oh, we don't want to foster or we can't foster because we're single and and stuff like that. Because I'm seeing so many times where different children from different ethnicity is going to different places and stuff, and they're not getting the culture that they need to get, and stuff, because there's not enough of us.
Because like you said, we think that we're not eligible. Is
Absolutely,
that right?
absolutely,
to be foster parents or even to adopt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you are. So so it's a big shout out, and I'm going to ask people to follow us. My daughter said me, I'm not good at this thing, but I want people to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter.
I think Dana wanted to
so
sorry, caller, could you call back again? Did you want to add something to the show or say something? Could you call back again, please, Dana?
Okay. In the meantime, join us on Instagram at Jewel. I will just quickly spell that. It's JEWEL_ISLE Rum Punch. So it's Jewel_Isle Rum Punch is the Instagram, and Twitter is at Jewel Rum Punch. Please follow us.
Yes, please do. Like I said, you've got to taste this rum punch for yourself. you definitely got to taste this rum punch for yourself, because it really, truly is amazing. Yeah.
And for all the restaurants out there, we do 5 liters if you've got catering for any large events. Please call on us. And we do also do non-alcoholic punches as well, for the Christians out there, or for those that having a children party. It's a unique blend. It's really good. It's really good. So I'm so thankful for you to have me here, man. It's good.
No, definitely had to have them, because you know what, we have to. One thing I want the listeners to understand, because what I want to do with this show is to empower people.
That's right.
And to get people to understand that the power is within. Of course, we have the Almighty. God is there, and He's given us the power to gain wealth. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
And not just to gain wealth of money wealth, but as your soul prospers, the wholeness wealth.
That's right.
And it's not at arm's length. It's not. It's right there.
It's right
you can. It's right
really
there. Like we
right
said,
there.
it's in your hands.
Absolutely.
It's there. It's to your grasp. You can reach it. You can touch it. You can. It's there. I'm for myself. I'm going to be leaving my job. Because I know it's now time for me to set up my own business.
That's right.
I've got my giftings. I'm quite multi-gifted. I can do many things. Across the board, many things. And I find that I'm working for someone when I could be working for myself.
That's right.
And the money could be
That's
going
right.
into my pocket,
That's right.
and then
That's
going
right.
to the causes that I want my,
That's right.
you know, my money to go to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I can use my own time to go to the places to help where I need to help,
Absolutely.
and I want to help. You know, so I know it's time for me to leave, and I will be leaving. But like you said, there's many fears. I'm
Yep.
thinking, boy,
Yep.
Pearls,
Yep.
can you really do this?
And obstacles
You know, and
too.
yeah, you
and
know,
obstacles, yeah.
can you really do this? When I look at the largeness of what it is that I want to do, when I look at the things that I want to create, you know, jewelry wise, making my bags and my clothes,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
you know, furniture, and you know, there's so many different things, like I said, that I can do. When I look at how I want to do it and etc., I'm thinking to myself, but am I going to be successful at it? You know. You know, all those questions come, and you know, I try not to question myself too much, because if I question myself, I will talk myself out of starting my own business.
Absolutely, it's the positive versus the negative.
Yeah,
man. It
always,
really
and
is.
truly, you know. So it's like, you know, no, just get on and do it. You can do it. Just get on. Stop questioning yourself. You can do it. You know, and so I'm biting the bullet, as they say, and I'm getting on with it.
Yeah.
And I just want those to know out there, to know that, you know, whatever you're good at, whatever you enjoy doing, you know, that's your natural gifting. That is something for you to use to make your money, to gain your wealth, to gain that balance in life. Because, you know, there's a lot of people working how much hours
I know
a day, a week, and they're not there with their family. You know, they're missing out, you know, on quality time with their partner, children, you know, and things like that. And when you can, not everybody wants to work for themselves. I understand that not everybody wants the responsibility of taking on a business.
No, there's some employers and some employees.
That's right. So it depends on what kind of you know, if you've got a good employer and you don't mind working for your employer and you don't want the responsibility of being the boss and man, then fair enough. You know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong. But there's some of us who just we need to be our own boss. You understand what I'm saying? We need to have, you know, that balance in our lives. You understand what I'm saying? Where we need to be free to go and do what we need to do. You understand what I'm saying? And another thing is, because I'm also planning to take my daughter out of school and my son to homeschool them.
Her, yeah, I understand.
You understand what I'm
that,
saying? So, you know, I need to be my own boss with my own
That's
time.
right,
You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, empower yourself. Don't be afraid to empower yourself. You know, you it's there, you can do it. It's doable at the end of the day. You know, it's doable. You know, so you know, hearing Anita's story, I'm hoping that it will give you the courage to start researching, you know, start thinking of, you know, getting your plan of action down.
Absolutely.
You know, you tell them, because you know
and
what
it's,
you do.
and
So
it's, and
go,
it's
you
never,
speak
and
to
it's
them
never
about
too
it.
late. It's never too late to start your business. Don't look at your age at all to start your business. And one of the things when I was thinking of it was coming to the end of my sabbatical, because I said I took a year out, and I went to my boss at the time and I was saying to her, I don't know what to do. You know, the business is going in the right direction. If I back out now, I'm not sure where I can take it. And one thing she said to me, I'll never forget it. She says, you cannot put your big toe in the water and not prepare to put all of your feet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I would say to anyone that you know, and you know, I still believe that there are a lot of people who are a much. I don't like the word lucky, but sometimes you can't find any other word. But you know, I would say, okay, they're more advantageous than ourselves, because you know, if you go to the Princess Charles Trust, you know, as a young person, you know, you can get funding. You know, we didn't get any funding we didn't get any funding in our time. You know, we just had to. What I did when I left my job, I had some shares in the company, and it was the shares I sold. You know, so you know, you have to make sacrifices.
Yes, that's right.
You've
Yes, of
got
course.
to have perseverance. You've got to believe in yourself.
That's right. Yes.
And believe that you can do it.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, there's no such thing. There is one gentleman that I know, and he said, I do not use the word can't.
That's
it's
right.
not in my vocabulary.
That's right.
All things I can do.
That's right.
You know, so you know, never give up. You know, it. You know, there is a thing I remember as well. One time they said that the grave, the cemetery is a rich place.
That's right.
And it says that, and even more so now, because we're seeing so many people drop out. You understand?
Right,
so many people drop out.
That's right.
And the reason why they say that is that there's so many people who have had dreams and visions and never grasped that.
That's
they
right,
never
that's right.
fulfilled it. They never even started it, that someone could pick it up.
That's right. Yes.
You know, my website designer, you know, luckily for him, he had a sidekick. He had a woman that somehow he just downloaded everything that he did. And unfortunately, last month he died suddenly.
Oh no!
Suddenly, just had an heart attack and died. But you know, that's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, we tend to at times again we become very selfish.
Yeah.
And we don't believe in passing on the baton.
That's right. Exactly.
And you
Yes.
can pass on the baton and still manage and show things.
That's right.
You understand? But
yes.
it means that, God forbid, if you drop out today, it lives on. The legacy.
Yeah, that's
it
right.
lives on.
That's right.
You know, and that is a thing that we need. We need to understand that we must share.
That's right, and
That's another thing.
that's
We
a
don't
point that we
share
need to
either.
we need to raise, because what I find is, like you said, you know, you don't want to tell anybody, you know, the ingredients or something, or this or that, because you feel that they're going to take it and do it better than you, or whatever the case may be. And that's a really silly way to think.
It is. The world is big enough.
Yeah.
The world is big enough. I mean, I say this. You go into the supermarket, you see Heinz baked bean, you see Cross and Backwell baked bean, you see all these different things.
That's right.
And people will make their because the truth is, let no ghost fool you. If everybody was to come to me for rum punch, there's no way I would manage.
You wouldn't be able to manage. Exactly.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way we would manage. But at the same time, again, there are the underhanded people.
Yes, of course.
As well. So
of
you've
course.
got the underhanded people that will come to you just to steal what you've got as
right.
well.
Yes, of course.
So
yes.
you know, those are the sort of people that you've got to be wary of. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't. I mentor a lot of people, and I feel good in mentoring people.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. So yeah, so there you are. So it's been good.
Okay, yes, we're gonna take another break, and we'll be back after this. This is Sizzler, Solid as a Rock.
They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Oh, God bless, I say no man curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a draw first. But I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now. When they come with their evil thought, I just listen whenever they talk. I used to light into my dark, he cut and clear all my part. They fight me
without a cause, trying to make my life so hard. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, give it all reward. I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now. Not down to mix me up in your dirty game. You're only trying to tarnish my name. You're only looking for the innocent to blame, when you're the ones who wish the guns down the lane. You only cause destruction and the pain, but the righteous believes in the rain. Love is all I got to give and I'm not to shine. Looking for the future, the sky I can't tame. Cause I'm so solid as a rock and they just can't stop me now. Even when they send their traps, they just can't stop me now. People will say this and that, they just can't stop me now. Even when they set up roadblocks, they just can't stop me now. So they can't keep a good man down, always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and they stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Who can bless, I say no man curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worse. Here comes the officers asking for a search. They found no weapon, just only a dropper. Solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now.
Yes, we're back on the other side. We're back on the other side. So, like, we're going to do a quick recap. Anita, any last words? Anything you would like to add? Anything else?
Last word. Famous last word. Just really want to encourage anybody out there that is running their business, that they should, give it their all, give it their best shot. Don't give up, and basically just want to remind people of the jerk event, and I'm looking forward to seeing people come down, and also as well, I just want to, if you've got any local off license that is not stocking Jewel Isle rum punch, why not ask them if they if they're stocking it, have they heard about it, and they should stock it, and just ask them to go online, just go online and Google Jewel Isle rum punch, and they'll be able to contact me, and I will do the rest. So yes, so
is it possible that like you see some of these companies and they got samples and you write off to the company and you get samples and through the post and etc.
Yes.
Will you be able to do something like that?
Yeah, I do sampling. There are times I go to the stores. I go to the stores and I will leave them a few samples and stuff. So yeah, we do that as well. We do that as well.
And you didn't mention your hampers.
No, that's right. I do hampers. Oh God, that's such hard work. But yeah, yes, I do hampers as well. She does some
wonderful hampers.
Yeah, and just to also actually state that the Bermondsey Carnival, I'll be down there 30th of June. I will have a stand down there for anybody who really want to get a good taste. We do a lot of sampling at the carnivals. Bermondsey Carnival is down in Jamaica Road, down in Deptford area there. So yeah, people can find us down there. And anybody who wants to make inquiries about Jewel Isle rum punch, if they call the number that we gave out earlier,
let me give it to them again.
For the Namings event, they'll be able to get it.
Let me give you that number again.
Okay.
Because we want you to have a really good day.
Yes, absolutely.
Really fantastic.
We have the bouncy
day.
castles for the children. you know, it's a family day.
Yeah, and also Anita, for the past, was it the 2 years going from? Yeah, you've done the 50th, the anniversary, hasn't it? The Jamaican independence.
Yes.
Yeah, say a little bit about that as well. She's done the independence.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, we've done events. You know, Jamaica Day events. You know, so my sister-in-law and I, we do that event, but you know, I'm concentrating on jerk nammings this year.
Yeah, this lady here, she's, you know, what entrepreneurial, isn't
Entrepreneur.
it? Entrepreneurial. What's it? Entrepreneur. So you don't know me already with my.
I try. I try. I try.
Yeah, let me get that number up again. Right, so the number to call for the Nyamins, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a Nyamins going on, is 07852 360 227. The number again is 07852 360 227. Also, the entry fee is £3 for, and on the 12s go free. And to park, it's £2.
Yeah, there's a car park. There's a car parking there, which I'm glad they've got car parking.
That's right. And the music is by Night Ravers Sound with PD Cooley, Knowledge Wiseman, and Mystery Lady. Yes, and then it's got guest DJs Daddy P from Spice Radio and DJ Robbie from SLR. And guest DJ from Dancehall Syndicate. Yes. Yeah, it's going to be a really good event. Really good event. You know, so look forward to this.
You know, I don't do anything in house.
Oh God, no, you don't. Never. You never do. She never does. She never does.
Do anything in house. You know,
she's a real professional at what she does. You understand? And that's what you got. Again, when you have a business, you've got to be professional.
Absolutely.
You've got to. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's your name. That's your brand.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't want there cussing your brand and you know tearing your brand down. So you really and truly have to.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, definitely.
I you know, people come down because I know Grace Foods will be down there doing sampling. You know, Digicel will be down there. You know, and stuff. You know, Jamaica National will be down there. You know, do it with their promo van and stuff like that. So
yeah. It
so
was brilliant. Hopefully, I'm praying for a brilliant day.
Absolutely.
Clear blue skies.
Absolutely.
No clouds. Just a brilliant day. Just like if we were in Jamaica.
And for just people to just be of themselves, have a nice day.
But you've never ever had no problems at
no,
But
I'm just saying it's a family event.
Exactly,
you know?
that's right.
It's a family event.
And
I mean,
it's been good.
You know, great goings.
Yes.
Well, I'm blessed. Thank you so much for having me down here.
You're welcome.
You're again, welcome. As I said, you know, I never thought of this, but Good.
See, again, it all working.
Absolutely.
You know, the plan comes together when God's involved. He knows what He's doing.
I mean, for true. I mean, you yourself. I mean, I think we're sitting about 20 years. 20
definitely.
Years as friends, and,
definitely.
You know, godmother to the children.
That's right. Yeah.
And stuff. You know, and I've just seen you evolve so much.
Thank you.
Yes. For true, with so much giftings in you as well.
Yeah, it's time now. Time to.
It is now time to just
display them
absolutely
to the fullest.
Absolutely.
You know, and you've been an inspiration to me because watching you. You know, and how you went about your business, and you know, the ins and outs and the procedures and etc. and etc. That gave over the years was giving me the courage to say, all right, then I can do this. Then I can do this. You know, I can do this. I can do this. So you know, to the point where now I am fully ready to just branch out. I know it's not going to be easy. I know it's going to take its time to build up and etc. and etc. But I am fully prepared for that. You know, I'm fully prepared to experience and take part and do all of that and etc. and etc. But thank you so much. It's really wonderful to have you on. Really wonderful.
It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
And I'm glad.
It's been a pleasure. So, what I would love you to do, I would love to give away.
Yeah.
I would love to give away wine bottle size of rum punch. So I'm gonna leave you.
Yes.
To, you know, do your question, do whatever you think it is, because see who has been listening.
Yes, yes.
And do your little quiz thing, and whoever you feel, you know, whoever comes up with the answer.
Yes.
You know, take your name, the name and address, and,
we'll
give them a bottle of rum punch.
All right. So listeners, if you've been listening, the number to call is 07944431366. The number to call again is 07944431366 to call in. And after the break, we're going to give you the question, and I want the callers to I want you to call in, WhatsApp in, and see if you know the answer to this. So this is I Wayne, Book of Life.
Sip the water from the book of life. I've got animal in them pot, but them a cook a spice. Use what you say I do. Should be true, with the last, the scorn, the wicked look at life. Them got eyes with a knife, and someone a look at life. Them all that dash, them web, them let and look at life. Them said them want them wing to go to heaven, to look for Christ. While them a bow down and a worship them images. I won't keep yadding like pilgrimage. This for ages, the book of life pages. Babylon wants smear and tear off, but them said me a fear of. So them come forward.